I'm David, this is Spencer, and welcome to Aftermath. Welcome back to Aftermath, the sportscast, where we cover the 9-1-2 area. We are back after another week of the first and second round of state playoffs this week for basketball. We got a lot to dive into, so let's get right into it. Round one, Savannah High would take on Dublin first. Savannah High would win this 66 to Dublin's 44. Nice, strong outing by them in the first round.
Savannah High had a really good performance. Like, they came out strong. Savannah High is looking like a state championship type team right now.
They're playing real solid right now. Woodville Tompkins would fall to Beckley County. This is actually kind of surprising to me. They would fall 46 to 44 in a close one.
Man, that caught the whole city by surprise. Nobody was expecting Woodville to lose in the first round, and they lost on a buzzer beater, at the buzzer, on a three. So I already know that's just heartbreaking for their seniors. I know they got a strong senior class over there. I want to say 4, maybe 5 of their seniors made like first team, second team, all regions. So tough way to go out for Woodville over there. But man, great season to them boys though.
Windsor would fall to Spencer. Windsor would lose this 71 to 61.
Tough loss. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear too much about the game, so I don't know like how things went. But tough loss to Windsor. But hopefully, I know 2 of their 3 like main players are juniors, so they'll be back next year. Yeah. So Windsor should have a good chance next year.
Going into 3A, Savannah Country Day, the Cinderella story for the region, would win first round 58 to 45 against Mary Persons.
Good performance. Yeah. I wasn't out there, didn't hear too much, but that was a nice strong win for them.
Johnson would take on Jackson. Johnson would win this at home 76 to 50. Nice strong outing first round.
Slight dub for them boys. Yeah. Easy work.
Calvary would take on Peach County at home. Now this was a close one. They would win this 54 to 53.
And Peach was the #1 team in their region, so Calvary, that was an upset. Peach I don't know too much about Peach. From what I was hearing from people down here, they were saying like their region isn't too strong, so they were saying Peach was all right but not too good. But hey, they're the one team on their region, so they won their championship over there. But Calvary was able to get that win, so big shout out to them.
New Hampstead would easily walk past Westside this on round one, 84 to 55.
Right.
Was that 30 points?
So they did play Westside in the first round for football too. They beat them. I want to say they beat them by like 28 points, and then the basketball beat them by 30 points. So
Westside, you gotta do better.
Yeah, Westside looking at him a little crazy right now.
And to wrap up the first round, BC would take on Griffin, winning it at home 53 to 51. Close game, but
a bit close one, yeah. But hey,
Caleb doing what Caleb does.
At this time of the season, it doesn't matter what the score is. You just got to get it how you can get it.
Yeah. That was all took place on Tuesday, Wednesday, going into Thursday, Friday in the round 2.
Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday in the round 2. Starting off in 1A, Savannah High would beat Heard County 75 to 61. Another strong showing by them.
Man, so I was able to make it out to the second half of that game. I got there. The score was, I think it was like 36-33. So I'm like, another big shout out to Stephen Fox mom. She was giving me some score updates. So that's how I knew I was able to make it up to halftime, because I was at the Country Day game earlier. But yeah, I showed up. They were up 3, and then it's like I got out there. Savannah High their defense was on point. Like they were all over. What was it, Heard, right? They were all over Heard. Heard couldn't move the ball at all. Yeah. They were just turning the ball over nonstop. Savannah High was getting fast breaks. They were making everything, getting and-ones, hitting threes. So
were they doing like full court press, or were they?
They were just playing good defense. Yeah, they were just playing good half court defense. They would press them a little bit, but it just all around. They were just on them boys. Like Savannah High is locked in right now.
And it's a good time to be locked in.
Perfect.
It's a really good time to be locked in. Going into 3A, Savannah Country Day would fall to Carver Columbus 52 to 47. Tough one. They had a great run though.
Great run. And
I believe that team's pretty young too, right?
They are. It's going to be interesting, though, because I know they're losing some key players next year, so it's going to be interesting to see how Country Day bounce back next season. But this season, man, everybody on that team, big shout out to them. 7 seed going into the region tournament, made it all the way to the championship, won the region championship, won the first round, and then lost last night. Who was it? Carver Columbus. Carver, they're a good team, though. They were ranked number 10 in 3A. In the game, they were going back and forth the whole game. Yeah. Like, it was a good game. came down to the end. Carver was up 3, and Country Day, at that point, it's just like, go get a bucket.
Yeah.
Like, put the ball in your best player's hands and go get a bucket. But coach still wanted to run their offense. They still wanted to pass the ball, move it around, do all this and that. And I don't know. I just felt like they should have just put the ball in their best player's hands and just tell them, hey, go get a bucket. But, big shout out to them, though.
So going on, Johnson would beat Cross Creek. Johnson won the 61 to Cross Creek's 56. A little bit closer, but still a good win.
Cross Creek is like that. I want to say they won the championship back-to-back 3 and 2 years ago when they lost in the Final Four last year. But Cross Creek is like that. They are no joke. There was a lot of people that did not think Johnson was going to come out of that with a win because they did have to travel, so they didn't have home court advantage. But it was a good show out. Johnson's fans showed out to the game too. They had a good showing, but Johnson did their thing, man.
Yeah,
they got a good win, and they got a tough matchup though this upcoming week.
I would say Calvary would lose 41 to 61 to Monroe.
Another top 10 ranked team in Monroe, but yeah, man, I didn't hear too much, but I don't know much about Monroe, but dang, 20-point win must have really been like that for real. But another big shout out to Calvary, man. Sweet 16, can't be too mad about that.
So going on to 4A, New Hampstead would beat Shiro, something like that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna butcher these names.
Yeah, it'd be cool. But yeah, Hemp is looking strong. I want to say they're on now 16, maybe 17 game winning streak. I don't know exactly, but they haven't lost since December. Mm-hmm. The boys are looking real good.
As long as they stay hot outside.
And their team's young too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say they only have maybe 2, maybe 3 seniors. So like their team's young. So
BC would go on to take Westover. They would win this 66 to 52.
Another strong win for BC.
That clip of Caleb dunking on Buddy, is that this game or was that Griffin game?
That was the Westover game. That was, I don't know. Buddy tried to take a charge, but they ain't call it. Now you just look crazy on video, just falling like that. But big shout out to BC. They're back in the Elite 8. They made it to the Final Four last year for the first time in school history. So BC's basketball is making some noise.
They're doing some things. I say before we get into round 3, because I did not write this down. Bethesda would go on to the state championship. They would lose. I don't have the score off the top of my head.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty score, but Bethesda did go on to lose. Let me see if I can pull up the score real quick. I don't even know if we really
say that's fine. If while you're doing that,
but they lost to Cathedral Academy. That's who it was. Yeah, 74 to 43.
74.
But hey, they made it to the state championship. So big shout out to them, Ashton Wright, Israel Wright. Them boys, they're tough. Ashton's graduating, but Israel's coming back, and he is one of the best 3-point shooters. He might be the best, but there's still questions with Will over in St. Andrews, but he's gonna be a problem
next year. They're
gonna
be hungry next year too,
for sure.
So going, St. Andrews would win in overtime. Say we gotta talk about that. I didn't write it down, but we gotta talk about that.
Yeah, so St. Andrews won in overtime, 65-64 against Dominion Christian. St. Andrews coach Abrams actually texted me last night, and he said that, where is it? It's on my other one. But Zayden had 30 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. I think it was like 2 or 3 steals. But, yeah, Zayden had a big game. But St. Andrews, they're back in the Final Four. Another big shout out to Memorial. I can't remember who they played, but they got a win. They won by 2. I think it was like 53-51. So Memorial and St. Andrews are back in the Final Four for GIAA. Both of them won state championships last year. So they're both looking to go. Memorial's looking to go back-to-back. St. Andrews was looking for a three-peat. So
that's crazy. Three-peat.
Three-peat is crazy. And Zayden's going to be the only player in the city. If they're able to pull it off, Zayden's going to be the only player in the city. 3 rings on his hand.
And he still can get another one.
He still can get 4.
Yes, he can still get 4.
Man, Zayden, yeah. Y'all can't sleep on Zayden, bro. Zayden is tough.
He's certified.
For real.
Let's say, now that we talked about that, going into round 3, the games that will be this week, we're going to start off with Savannah High is number 3 in 1A right now, taking on Darlington. Mm-hmm. So then Johnson in 3A is going to be taking on Hebron Christian, which I know is going to be a tough matchup. You were saying that if Johnson beats Hebron, you think that they're going all the way this.
Yeah, Hebron, I want to say they're ranked like number 5 or 6 in 3A, but Hebron Christian is a tough school. I want to say they only have 3 losses on the season. One of those losses is against St. Andrews. So if Johnson loses, you know them boys over at St. Andrews going to be like, we beat them, but different parts of the season, but still.
You remember the score? Was it a good gap?
St. Andrews won by 3. It was in overtime too.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. No, Hebron Christian is legit. Like it's not. There's nobody to look past, but. They got a tough matchup.
So
they got to come to Johnson.
Yeah, going into 4A, New Hampshire versus North Oconee.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough. North Oconee is one of the top teams in all of 4A, and New Hampshire has to travel because they're both the 1 seeds in their respective regions, so they had the coin flip.
We got to figure out another way of figuring that out because a coin flip, I get it. Coin flip is the fairest way to do it.
Hey, yeah, I'm about to. That's way above our pay grades. We just show up to the game and film.
That is my pay grade. That is my pay grade.
Hey, you can fight that one. Go ahead. But yeah, they're gonna have a tough one. But if they could pull that one out, if Johnson and Hemp are able to pull out the wins this round, they're gonna have strong chance of going all the way to state.
And say last but not least, BC takes on Seckinger.
Yeah,
Seckinger. I'm butchering this name, but I've been trying all morning.
But they're another top 10 ranked team. I don't know too much about them either, but everybody now, it's the Elite 8, so everybody has tough matchups. Like, it's no more cakewalks. I want to say everybody's playing the top 10 ranked team. Because I think Darlington is even a top 10 ranked team in 1A, so.
I had them all written down. Or I didn't write them all down. But is there a New Hampshire BC possibility?
Mm-hmm. They're on 2 separate sides, so if they meet, it'll be in the state championship.
We might not have gotten it for football, but.
Hey man, you know that's what I want. So this is the thing. If New Hampshire and BC meet up in the state championship, it's already hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah.
New Hampshire did that, but it was by 1 point, and like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Is BC gonna lose a 4th time to the same team in the state championship? If they were to meet up, like that's gonna be like.
That could be our question of the week this week.
Man.
Put down in comments, if BC and Hamp were to meet in the state playoffs, state championship, could Hamp pull it off for a 4th time? Because it's hard to beat a team 3 times, let alone 4.
Yeah.
So, but anything else you want to talk about this episode?
No, I don't got too much.
I think we've been doing pretty good. We have not hit our 3,000 subscribers yet. I think we're off by a little bit, 50.
I was slacking. Dougal brought the money gun for what?
It's still back here. When we hit 3,000, I'll bring it back out.
We don't need
It's back here.
Do not grab that.
Say shout out to Mr. Evil. For those that are watching that know it, y'all know where it comes from. But until next week, peace.